Hello, my name is Peter Waters, G3OJV, and on this rather windy day I want to talk about the SpiderMast. This is just a very short video, but probably answer a few questions. The SpiderMast fulfills two functions. It can be used as a portable mast in the field day, etc., etc., or of course it can be used at home as the main mast. Now, in my particular application, I want this mast to stand on the ground and it's going to be attached to a side wall. The mast itself is made in Germany, it's well engineered, and it is really heavy. So let's just take a closer look at how the mast works. Now, if we come in closer, you'll see that the mast, this particular mast is 12 meters tall. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sections. Each section is around about 1.5 meters tall. There's a plug at the top of the mast which stops any water ingress, and the mast itself is telescoped and fastened using a very large Allen key and Allen socket arrangement. And it's rather like a large hose clamp, I suppose, but it seems to be made of a far better material than you'd normally come across with hose clamps. And all you do is you loosen this like that, and get that in there, like that. Let's take this one down a bit, and then all works well. This section, take it a bit, just a bit more, and this section will now telescope up. Now, obviously, if you telescope this up, eventually the section is going to pop out. But there is a mark on here. If I can get it up high enough, you'll see a mark warns you that you've reached maximum. You can see that mark around there. So we lower that there, and we tighten the Allen cap there. It's quite a close fit, so it's not going to sort of collapse down on you. It needs a little bit of push and pull to make it telescope up and down. In the field, that's really all you do. For home use, I would strongly recommend that you put some tape around there. Probably self-amalgamating tape is the best option, rubberized self-amalgamating tape, because what you want to do is to stop any deterioration between that mast and the next section down, which will cause sort of corrosion and sort of weld itself together. So I'm going to use this at home, and I'm going to recommend that you do what I'm going to do, and that is to put some self-amalgamating tape around each joint there. Self-amalgamating tape is very easy to take off. You just cut it with a knife and peel it off. It's rubberized material, and that will enable you to slide the mast up and down in a year or so's time. And finally, we want to make sure that the sections don't fall out the bottom. So let's turn it upside down. And there you see there's a very firm and securely attached plastic base to it that stops the sections popping out the bottom when you're transporting it or lifting it up. That's going to go nowhere at all. That's tough. So it's a very solid mast. It's not light, but that's probably a good thing. And when you're telescoping it, of course, the good thing about it is that the base is heavier than the upper sections, which makes it slightly easier to push up, and particularly in the field if you're erecting it as a portable mast. Just pushing up from the ground level makes it somewhat easier if it's a tapering mast. The top section itself, you could put a small rotator on there for field day use. I would suggest that if you put a rotator on here, you go one section down. Certainly it will support VHF arrays. I wouldn't recommend it for HF arrays. I don't think it's rugged enough for that. I'm going to use it as a means of supporting an inverted V, and I think it'll do the job very well indeed. So there we are, the SpiderMast.